want to start with my project with this. I want to start with my project with this photography, is because this is a 1920s party. When I first came to America, I go to this party, and before I go to this party, I didn't actually know what the people looks like and how they dress in 1920s. And on that party, I saw a lot of stunning women. They dress very nicely, and they have very heavy makeup. And I was wondering that where they come from and who they are. And I say that party was dominated by a jazz band, and they dance very happily. In one moment, I saw the light tickling between the umbrella and their dance. I feel like that I was crossed into the 1920s in the last century. When I back home, I start to search this woman. I find that they are flappers. It's the item, and I start to write my research paper about the flappers. I find that they are the boyish and very young women in 1920s. They have very wild behavior, and they have very heavy makeup. And I feel like that these women, this word is just not a word to present these women. It is just like culture and photography to present their lifestyle, their makeup, and the way they behave, their behavior way in the public. And my research paper is about analyzing the flappers' mental state in 1920s through their makeup and dressing and the manners in the public. I do this project. It's like recycling pictures. In the background, I use a very peaceful peaceful scene, and lots of people work through this scene. And there, I also use a very classic frames beside the scene, above the scene, and it feels like they were work through the gallery. And I want to use the flappers' typical behaviors and dancing style in the different frames. I want to like the winners feels like they were seeing some drama or some videos in the gallery. Because in my first initial idea is I want to extract some typical manners of the flappers, but later I think that it's not really have the typical manners of the flappers. The flappers, they come from the word come from the World War I. After World War I, lots of women, they lost their husbands, and they relieve from the heavy housework, so they can pay more attention on themselves. They can make up and have fun in the public and do a lot of wild behaviors. And my concept is to make people feel like that they were in a space to see the behaviors about the flappers and how they live and how they live in that centuries. That's it. Is there any questions?
Why did you choose to have the background of this space, this room, to be kind of like you're outside?
Because the background, I think in that century, flappers feels delight because they relieve from the traditional rules, and they feel happy. I think the background says it's very, it's not to be like their behavior or hate their behavior, just to in the third person to say their behaviors in another space.
So this is also like, this would be what you would do if you had like a gallery or a museum and you wanted to represent the time.
Yes.
It'd be like to do these areas.
Questions?
Is there a specific reason you didn't use projector?
What? Sorry.
Is there any specific reason you didn't use the projector, the computer?
No, because it doesn't actually the video is recycle pictures because the form of the pictures. I didn't use the projector.
What's the difference of different stage and class of flappers?
Yes. In my research paper, there I divided the flappers into three classes. There are upper class and middle class and bottom class, and different flapper class. They have different desire of life, and upper class women they more enjoy their wealthy life because they are already from the wealthy family, and the middle class women they more like to work for themselves and support themselves, and bottom class flappers they most of them imitate the upper and middle class women's behaviors and dressing style. They want to be one of them, but as their financial condition, they can't to actually dress like the bottom and the middle and upper class women.
What is flapper?
Flapper is a woman. It's actually the atom after the World War I, and it's present women who have a young and boyish looking, and they always have a very heavy makeup. They want to use their makeup and behavior to relieve themselves from the traditional roles and give them more altitude and or a winning or point to say the word around them.
I know you mostly focused on the style of flappers, but that period of time is also sort of known as a period of sort of the birth of American feminism. Did you study about feminism or women's rights at all in your research, or did you mostly focus on style?
I pay more attention on the women's styles. That in that century, their fashion style and dressing style and how they make up and why they make up like that. I pay more attention on that part. But now they're fighting for their rights.
Mm-hmm. Are those two things related? The fighting for the rights part
Yes,
and the style part?
Actually, they are related to each other because women they use their beauty with a philosophy to relieve themselves, and they realize that they should to fight their own rights for themselves. So I think it's a kind of relationship to each other.
And one more question. Why did the particular images, the particular excerpts from the video that you chose, is there anything in particular that you selected to put into those frames?
Yes, actually, this record is represents their dressing style and how they dance, because before World War I, lots of women they can't get out of their home. They have very heavy housework. They can't be dressed like that shorts dress and make that makeup in the public and dance with the other men. So I think I choose a different kind of their typical behaviors or their manners in the public to show in this different classic frame.
So you chose public images, like images of people on the streets.
Yeah.